Sagittarian, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. Here we go. All right, Sagittarian, Sagittarian. Let's see what we got for you, my loves. Okay. You're in no mood to argue with anybody. Somebody wants to bring up something that has an argument attached to it. You're like, go away. And you're not putting up with anybody. I don't see you having any patience for anybody at all this month. Interesting. Usually I say Sagittarian people are pretty easygoing, but I don't know. I think you've kind of lost your interest in being super easygoing anymore. You know, you guys are really easy when it comes to giving your soul and your help and your kindness to many. And I got to say, I don't see you getting a lot of it back at you. And just in case you didn't know, I love you guys. And I hope that things change a little bit. You look like you've been irritated or angry or just, no, you know what, sort of like too many bad things have happened or too many difficult things have come to you and you just got an edge on you now. And that's really hard for Sagittarian to be ornery. You know, I guess they do it well, though. I know quite a few of you have been able to do it pretty well. But I don't think that's your real nature. That's when you're really out of your center, okay? Because I say most of the Sagittarians that I've known along the way are very philosophical, intelligent, thought-provoking individuals, creative, resourceful. You know, they're the kind of people you want to have a conversation with about the world. But they aren't so happy with the world anymore. And I'm going to say a lot of you have had real true experiences, especially I'd say again through the COVID experience, that you really didn't care to know. I think knowing what you know about people now, because so many things were revealed about the truth of people through these last few years, that I think a Sagittarian has a chip on their shoulder now, unable to really unsee what they have now seen. Yep, I see it. I see it. You know, it's just it's kind of sad to see the Sag in such state, to be honest with you, because you're usually in such good state, okay? I am getting the feeling that this energy is going to try to stay with you for some time, and the only way out of the energy is for you to push it out. So, you know, unless you're actively recognizing that there's an issue, that there's a problem, and that you're willing to face it and do the work to get rid of it, it's going to stick around a little bit longer than I'd like to admit. So if you don't like what's happening in your life, Sagittarian, there is absolutely no one who can fix it but you. And that means you're going to have to you might have to use your anger in a way that, you know, stops the crap you don't want to deal with. So all I can say is it's time. You got to walk away from the shit that's changing your soul. You are not meant to be angry. You are not meant to be fierce. And you are not in this way. Not in this way. No. I don't think I have seen this in so many Sagittarians at once. I guess, you know what I think? I think something's amiss in your heart, in your love, in your lack of love affair, or your love affair that just ain't going nowhere. Something isn't right there. And, you know, maybe you're just trying to live what you've got, but you're not happy with it. Maybe you're not happy with yourself. Maybe you haven't been happy with yourself. So get out your journal, get out a pen, sit with yourself, ask yourself questions, try to find out where you're at and what you need to do to get back to your central vibe where you feel good with self and love yourself again, okay? If you are that Sagittarian who is having this type of difficulty, you need to do that. Now, if you are not, you are the Sagittarian who will be dealing with others that you know and that you care about who are going through these experiences that I just spoke of. I'm going to say that this energy, I'm going to call it out as a COVID crisis. So what does that mean? I think there's been so much shift and change in the universe that we've exposed certain things that we didn't really notice before, and now we do notice it. And it's overwhelming. It's too much. It's too much information. And you can't unknow shit. So what do? I think that for the Sagittarian, they withdraw, and when they're interrupted in their isolation, they get irritated. That's the best way to describe it. But I think the way to heal this is love. And the only way you can get love is if you either have an animal or you're in nature. And if it's people that are irritating right now, then all you can do is animal in nature. But you can't do nothing. You have to step into love. You have to step into your heart again. You might be so broken there, you're afraid to go there, but you don't have a choice. You know what they say, face your fears. So this is a strong message to Sagittarian, that everything that isn't right in your life is because you aren't stepping into truth. The truth literally will set you free here. Because you're not stepping into the truth, you're angry, you're irritated, you're short-fused, you're unable to think through it all. But you have no choice but to face your fears, and that is what's going to save the day. Challenge all your fears. This is the way to do it. Now, some of you have experienced some great losses in relationships. And this looks to be the core of your pain and suffering. I can tell you that this energy will change very soon. It's almost as if this next few months is all about healing it. 3 months. So I'm going to say after 3 months, all of you Sagittarians who experience a difficult time are going to overcome. There will be illumination. There will be inspiration. Totally. Something is going to happen. Now, it may be that the tower has to fall for the light to be seen, but there will be an awakening for you all. So there is, it looks like to me that Sagittarian has held a lot of this in for a very long time, and it's time they put it into perspective, okay? Now, as far as relationships go, if you're in a relationship, it does say that your partner maybe is missing a part of you, an important part of you. And although you may find ways to overcome and get along, that part of you is not totally being shared with them. That would be a next level of intimacy that I would engage in down the road. And if that is not possible, I ask you, is there a reason, and what is the reason? And whatever that reason is, you will look at to try to understand why it's happening. And I think communication will come from that. And I actually see you developing really good, solid friendships with people as you go along in the coming month. And whoever you've been associating with, it's just going to get bigger and better. So I'm really happy to report that. The workplace does look like there might be some difficulties if you're in a workplace that has been uneventful, kind of a place. There may be some events coming in the next little while. You'll start to see some of those stirrings in this month to come, okay? And I am being told to ask you, are you really happy with the job you have? And if you are not, then it is time for you to reconsider where you want to put your soul vibration, okay? That is for my dear Sagittarians.